Om Shanti. The mic is working, that's the first good sign. Thank you. My name is Robert. I've come from England to meet you beautiful people. And I'm your master of ceremony for today. I'm going to be appearing between the acts and skits to introduce them. Robert is my name, as I say. I come from the UK. You might tell from my accent. I don't know. And they've given me a script. I've just been handed this. So all my work on DiwaliJokes.com is completely wasted now. But that's okay. We'll get by. Happy Diwali. Thank you. Oh, let me mention a couple of things. I've been told to ask, who's here for the first time? There we go. That sister over there is taking a note of your names and faces, etc. So happy Diwali. Welcome everybody to Anubhuti Meditation and Retreat Center to join us in celebrating Diwali. This is one of the biggest festivals celebrated in India. Tonight we will enjoy live classical music, live classical dance, a skit performed by members of our local community. We will participate in festive activities together. Oh, the pieces on your chair are precious. They will be used in an activity, so don't, stuff them into your handbag or anything yet. Okay, activities. We will hear words of wisdom to empower the mind and live music to warm the heart. We will close then with a meditation to charge the soul. And to start with, we're going to inaugurate this special evening with a dance. Now, this is a dance called Devi Shab Dam, and it's performed by, not yet, because I've got to read this whole slew of... Have you got time? Seriously, there's loads. Okay, the Nritylo, I practiced this for ages. Nrityolasa Dance Academy, founded by Indumati Ganesh, who is a premier exponent of Bharatanatyam, is well known in the San Francisco Bay, and she founded the Dance Academy in 1989 to provide rigorous and intense training in Bharatanatyam. Nrityolasa Has staged performances. Do you know, I'm not nervous at all. Not at all. I've been meditating for 30 years. Not constantly, but 30 years. So you'd think that, yeah, anyway. Okay, so the Nrityulasa has staged performances to raise funds for the Bay Area temples and to support several worthy causes such as those affected by California wildfires. AASRA, I'm sure you know what that is more than I do, and the Adyar Cancer Institute. The Dance Academy has won several accolades and awards in classical dance, and now Akshita, Kirtana, Advaita, Harshina will come on stage to perform the invocation dance Devi Shab Dam. Thank you.
Tatayatay tatatam Tatayatay tatatam Tatayatay tatatam Tatayatay tatatam Tatayatay
on the microphone. Oh, here we go. I don't feel worthy of going on the stage after you. That was wonderful. Thank you very much. Excellent. That was so nice. Now we have an activity with the audience. I think this is going to be Nirmala. Sister Nirmala has been meditating for more decades than I could count, and she still looks as fresh as a daisy. Here we are. Nirmala. She'll tell you more if she wants you to know.
Hello, everyone. Very warm welcome and Om Shanti. For those of you who've just come for the first time, you may not know what Om Shanti means. So, Shanti means peace, your original quality of yourself. And Om means I am the soul, the spirit within the body. So, the greeting of the Brahma Kumaris is really a greeting of peace. So, shall we say it together? Om Shanti. Lovely. So, what is Diwali? Many of you have experienced that before. And this little exercise is to really get you to understand for yourself in terms of internal process of the significance of Diwali. So I'm going to share from my own experience, also from the UK. So I'm here to celebrate this event with you all. And I know I've met some of you who've been to a retreat that we ran last weekend. So for me, Diwali is all about the Festival of Lights. And I have with me, do you know what this is called? Yeah? A diya, yes. So when you sat on your seat, you would have received a candlelight. We will be using that at the end of the program. But I just wanted to share with you, in context of what the activity is going to be, the significance for me. And it's always an earthen pot, yeah? And in the pot, there is some oil. Yeah, this one doesn't have because I'll spill it all over. And there's also what we call wick. It's made of cotton. Yeah, so I've got one to show you. And for me, this is an embodiment of our own enlightenment. And you will be hearing more about that when Sister Hema shares with you about the significance of Diwali. But this exercise that I'm going to do with you is a little bit about your own, connecting with your own inner spirit and becoming enlightened. So shall we play? Yeah? So it's going to be a bit interactive, and I will be asking you to first reflect, and then what I'd like you to do is pick up, may I just borrow this? If you can have this with you in your hand, and also the little pencil, that'll be easy. So the rest of the things you can just maybe put on the floor. Yeah? Is that okay? Yeah. So why I have this diya with me is because it represents really both the physical and the spiritual. And I'm only sharing from my experience. So we are called human beings, aren't we? But we've become human doings. Yeah? We're constantly in doing mode. Yeah? So when I ask you, if you had your last cup of tea, yeah, you all drink tea. In the UK, they drink lots of tea in England. Yeah? So when you had your last cup of tea, yeah, what were you doing? Can you remember? Were you emptying the dishwasher, feeding the cat, preparing a meal? So we've become human doings. And this little exercise is to bring you back to what your original state is, which is your human being. So this represents, the clay represents the body. The oil represents the ability to, this is like a container and it has oil in it, yeah? And when the oil is soaked, not the oil, when the wick is soaked in the oil, only then it lights. Because if it doesn't soak in the oil, it burns out really quickly. And sometimes we do get burnout, don't we? So for me, this represents how to take care of me on a daily basis. So not only, Diwali should be one day in the week, it should be every day should be Diwali, where you connect with your inner. So the knowledge of knowing who you are and who you belong to, but also knowing your strengths and also your weaknesses is also very useful. Yeah? So when I know what my true qualities are, I can base my day on those, using those. So we're going to do a little exercise for you to really explore this. And I know we have some lovely little ones with us, and they're just soaking in all this lovely atmosphere. So we're going to be able to continue with that. So the first part, well, I've done the first part, which is background. The second part is a reflection. So I'd like to ask you to just to uncross your legs, just for your energy to flow. Yeah, it's nice for your energy to flow. Keep your eyes open if you wish, it's best. And what I'd like you to do is think of something which, Diwali is really the festival of light over darkness. Yeah? And we have both with us. We have the light and we also have the darkness. And today we are going to let the light overcome the darkness. Yeah? And this for me is what Diwali signifies. So I'd like you to think of something, could be recent or it could be something in the past or something in the future that you feel you're a little bit anxious about. So this is the dark. Yeah? So imagine what that is. It makes you feel uncomfortable. It takes you away from what is your true nature. Whether you feel a bit stressed, whether you feel a little bit anxious. So the darkness represents the negative qualities of the soul, and we can group them in 5. I like to make it simple for me. Lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego. Yeah? When I'm in that state, I'm in the dark. The opposite is the true qualities which I need to connect with. And that is peace. My natural way of being is peace. Love. When I come from the space of love, I can respect myself, I respect others. Joy. Yeah, when we see children play and the little things, and you will have, when you see the skit that they've prepared, it will bring that joy. Purity. At the core of my being, there is that pure-heartedness. Yeah? When I see, as they say, in the grain of a sand, you can see the universe. Yeah? And wisdom or power. All of this I have within me. And Diwali is all about moving away from the darkness and going into the light. So I'd like you to imagine yourself full of these 5 core qualities. You have it already, but sometimes we don't feel it. Take a moment and experience yourself full of peace, naturally peaceful, naturally loveful, naturally pure at your heart, naturally joyful and strong, powerful and wise. So they're going to be preparing the stage for this skit, so you stay with me. Yeah? I'd like you to imagine yourself with these 5 qualities. How would you first treat yourself? And how would you treat others? There'll be positivity. Yeah? So this is your enlightened self. So at this moment, you are enlightened. Yeah? So imagine what that would feel like, being enlightened. How your interactions will be, how your words will be. But before your words, how your thoughts will be. What would be the quality of your thoughts? What would be the quality of your words? And your actions when you interact with others. So you being enlightened, I'd like you to now just move your awareness back to that thought you created of that darkness. Yeah? As the enlightened being you are at this moment, I'd like you to write an affirmation. An affirmation is a positive statement. It can be a sentence or a short phrase, or it could even be a word. As your enlightened self, what would you write on that paper for you? The you that had faced that darkness. Take a moment and think of it, and when you're ready, write it. You could write it at the front or at the back. It's your paper to take away with you. So you're writing a positive statement on your paper. Yeah. So I'm sorry I can't speak Hindi, so it's in English. So those of you who hope no one needs translation. Also, those who are joining us on Zoom, if you do have a piece of paper with you and a pen, it would be lovely for you to also partake in this exercise. Okay? You've written it? Okay, so what I'd like you to do is turn to the person next to you. So, and just share with them. Introduce yourself. If we can have the music pause, that would be great. So just take a moment, introduce yourself to the person next to you. If you've come with someone, maybe turn to the back and share with them the positive affirmation you've written.
You're out of time, maybe?
Yeah, but let me finish.
No, really, you need to switch the schedule because it's really tight, you know. No, no. You have time to take that seriously.
Yeah, but we started late.
Doesn't matter, you have to stick to
I
this
know, but
program.
this is the
Don't do this
effort.
to us. It's the whole group that's trying to get this, not just you.
Okay, okay. It's okay? One more minute. It's okay? Because he's telling me to finish. Robert.
So listen to him because he's the.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you all. Lots of smiles I'm seeing. So if we can bring our awareness back. Ping, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bingo. So just observing you all, lots of smiles, the energy, you can feel the energy in the room raise. So this little exercise is really for you to connect with your inner self. And it just takes a moment to be able to reconnect in a moment, come from that space, and then from that inner outwards. Yeah? So thank you very much, and I'll hand over back to Robert.
Thank you so much, Nirmala. We have a very tight schedule, so we're going to go straight on to a skit. Now, I can only assume that this part of the script has to do with this skit, so I'm going to read it just as it is. We are so happy that you could be here to celebrate Diwali with us tonight. We realize that it took a lot for you to come here from your busy schedule, or is it schedule? I was never sure. And join us in celebrating. So the title of the skit is Diwali in the Fast Lane. The actors are Annie, Perla, Donika, Rupali, Charlie, and Jack. And the writers are Lena and Neera. You'll all know who you are. Here we go.
I was telling the same thing to Perla that I really don't enjoy working at office anymore. I wish things were better.
It's so terrible. The manager was so mean to us last week. I think she needs a vacation.
Yeah, I'm also really tired of everything in the office. Oh God, save me.
What about that coffee?
Oh.
The coffee at work is horrible.
It's really tastes weird at work now.
Yeah. Wait, Perla, you seem so calm and nothing ever bothers you. Why is that?
Well, since I've been practicing Raj Yoga meditation, I see things from a higher perspective. And situations don't seem to affect me as much as they used to.
What is this Raj Yoga meditation, Perla?
It helps me to connect to my real self and to connect with a higher power. So every day practice helps me to channel my strong emotions and feelings.
Oh wow, this is interesting.
Really interesting. Perla, you are so calm. You never get anxious. You never get stressed. You never throw up or anything. How can we learn more about this?
Well, in fact, there's going to be a celebration of Diwali tomorrow at Anubhuti Meditation Center.
Oh, that's really interesting. I would love to join.
Can we
Sure.
come?
Yes, and that would be wonderful for you to experience a little bit of meditation and also to experience a festival of light. It's not just the physical light, but it's to ignite our spiritual lights.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Maybe we can carpool
Yes.
together?
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay. We'll
Great.
be
I'm
there.
available tomorrow.
Excellent. I'm so glad.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Great.
Thank you, Perla, for invitation.
You're very welcome. Hope to see you there.
Happy Diwali. Lovely to see you. Are there more coming? Anybody else? Yeah.
Hello, nice to see you.
Hi, Paula.
Wonderful.
Wow, it's wonderful to have you all here. Hello. Well, this is a magical celebration every year, and it celebrates the light of the soul. It celebrates the lightness and the beautiful, powerful qualities that each one of us has within ourselves. And so we're reigniting that light and remembering who we are. So welcome, I'm so glad you could come.
Sister Annie, I've heard some people talk about inviting Hindu goddess Lakshmi into their house and worshiping her. Could you explain a little bit more about that, please?
Sure. So Lakshmi represents, actually it's symbolic of the divine virtues and qualities that live within each one of us. So in an interesting way, when we ignite those qualities within ourselves, the virtues, then we are like Lakshmi, each one of us. And so as we practice being calm and in our beauty, we can practice by just taking a soft breath in and feeling that energy going up into the soul and cleaning, just cleaning out any of waste or any thoughts that we really don't want. It just takes practice. And as we do that, then we're reigniting that light. Every time we remember that that light is who I am.
And you mentioned cleaning. Some of my friends say they have to clean the house from top to bottom. What's that about?
Well, it's, on the external level, it's a practice that many people do before any kind of an important festival or activity, even like Christmas or many different things. And so at Diwali, it's the same thing. We clean out all the nooks and crannies of our homes, and it is said that Lakshmi will come to your home if the home is clean. But she will not come if our home is dirty. But that again is symbolic. It's coming back to the soul. So when I keep my thoughts elevated, when I choose to think higher level thoughts when maybe I'd really like to think something lower level, but I catch myself and I elevate my thinking, then I'm invoking that Lakshmi quality within myself. Sorry, I hope you can hear. Yeah, so it's important to keep our house clean, to keep this clean. And it's really important to be very kind to ourselves. That's like number one. Because it takes time and it takes practice to have only good wishes and pure feelings for the self and for others. And then we can have more abundant and loving thoughts for others when we're kind to ourselves. It's important. So that's about Diwali too.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing all about Diwali. Now, I'm confused a little bit about how this connects with Raj Yoga meditation. Do you know of anyone that might have a story
Oh,
that they might be able to share?
I think Perla was here. Is she here? Oh, you're right here. Perla, you have a story you can share with us.
Sure.
No, no.
Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Recently, Hurricane Otis hit my hometown in Acapulco, Mexico. And for many days, I didn't hear from my family. And so that I was very worried, and I reached out to my friends, and I wanted to talk to somebody. But I felt that they were not paying attention to me, they were ignoring me. And so I felt some darkness around me. So I decided to detach from everything and to from the news, from people, and stay home by myself and meditate. And after meditating for a couple of days, I felt that a sense of peace in my heart and soul. I felt that no matter whether my family has left the body or they were alive, I know they were going to be fine. And I also knew that I was going to be fine. I was going to be okay. And so I am very grateful that I have been practicing Raj Yoga for about 9 years. Yeah, 9 years from now. And it has helped me a lot. And to just understand that I have on the tip of my fingers this resource, which is very powerful, spiritual light that I can access whenever I need it and anywhere I am. So I want to share a song with all of you to bring that light. And when you came, there was a little lantern on your chair. If you can pick it up. This one. Okay. It's on. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. It seems like it's working now. Okay. We are going to sing a song. And if you can put it right here on your hand, you can stand up to sing this song. And everybody's going to help me. And I know that you know this song, everyone. So is everybody here? If you are ready, can you put your lantern right here on your hand? And you can stand up or you can sit down, however you feel. Okay. Are we ready here? Yes. Ready? Okay. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, everybody, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine every day, everywhere. Thank you. Thanks for helping. Right, I'm so glad that you
Thank you very much. I always envy people that can memorize things and say them on stage. Looks like I can't. Total change of pace now. We're going to have another song, another dance, should I say, by the Nutritional Dance Academy. They're going to come on stage. There's a whole lot of other stuff here, but we're a little bit late, so let's just do it next. This piece is called Kilana. It's formed by Akshita, Kirtana, Advaita, and Harshini. Thank you.
Takatajanu tadajanu tatatirana Takatajanu tadajanu tatatirana Dirana dirana Tajanu tadajanu tatatirana Dirana dirana Tajanu tadajanu Rana, di rana, tajanuti, tadajanuti, rana, di rana, tajanuti, tadajanuti, rana, di rana, tajanuti, tadajanuti, rana, di rana, Dirana, dirana, ಜಂಡು ತತ ದಿರನ 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 ತಜಣು ದ ಜಣು ತತ ದಿರನ 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 ತಜಣು ತತ ಜಂಡು ತತ ದಿರನ ದಿರನ ತದಿರನ ತದಕ ತಜಣು ತದ ಜಂಡು ತತ ದಿರನ ಜಂಡು ತೀರನ 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 ದಕ್ಕತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಂಡು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ 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 ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಂಡು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ 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 ದಕ್ಕತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಂಡು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ 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 ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ 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 ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ 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 ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ ಧಿರನ ಧಿರನ ಜಗತ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಧಿರನ 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 ಜಗತ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಧಿರನ 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 ಜಗತ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಧಿರನ 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 ಜಗತ ಜಣು ದಿಂತದ ಜಣು ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರ್ಥನ ದಿರನ ತರಿರನ ದಕತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರ್ಥನ ದಿರನ ದಿರನ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರ್ಥನ ತೀರನ ತೀರನ ದಕತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರ್ಥನ ದಿರನ ದಿರನ ದಕತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರ್ಥನ ಧಿರನ ಧಿರನ ದಕತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ ಧಿರನ ಧಿರನ ಜಗತ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ಜಣು ತೀರ್ಥದ ತೀರನ ಧಿರನ ಧಿರನ ತನದ ತೀರ್ಥ ಗಿಡದ ಝಂ ತನದ ತೀಂ ಗಿಡದ ಝಂ ತನದ ತೀರ್ಥ ಗಿಡದ ಝಂ ತನದ ತೀಂ ಗಿಡದ ಝಂ Tadam 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 Dim Kitadam Tadam Tadam Kitadam Tadam Tadam Dim Kitadam Tadam 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 Tam Kitadam Kitadam Tam Kitadam Kitadam Tadam 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 Rajanu din da janu din da tirana ritana rirana rajanu din da janu din da tirana dirana rirana rajanu din da janu din da tirana Sundara Mohana Rupam Vandita Muni Jananandam Sundara Mohana Rupam Vandita Muni Jananandam Sanadam Kadam Chintaya Guruvaram Sandam Sanadam Kado Chintaya Guruvaram Skandam Sundar Mohana Rupam Pandita Muni Jaranandam Sundar Mohana Rupam Pandita Muni Jaranandam Sanadam Kado Chintaya Guruvaram Skandam Takachanodim, Tachanodim, Chanodim, Patachadadim, Takachanodim, Tachanodim, Chanodim, Patachadadim, Takatalam, Purakata, Dim, Tadachadadim, Padagarizadim, Tadano, Tatom, Takadim, Tatadim, Tatam, Tadagarizadim, Tatom taka din tatarim kita ram tadaga din kita ram tatam tatam tatim tatim tataram tim tajam tajam rakatajuno din tadajanu tatamirana dirana dirana tajanu din tadajanu din tatatirana Rirana rirana tajanu din tadajanu din tatatirana
If I could just ask you to stay there just for one moment. Flawless rhythm, flowing grace, and powerful projections of the various moods. This is years and years of practice that you're looking at here. I'd like to invite Hema on stage to, to say a few words about this. Would you like to use this mic?
Thank you so much. And I know that it takes a lot of love, a lot of practice, a lot of commitment from your busy schedule to do all this practice. And I just feel, just watching all four of you, that you truly have a God-given talent. And a God-given talent, which in the Brahma Kumaris, we call as prasad. You know what prasad is? Holy, sacred. When you go to the temple, they give you that something little and you save it and you share it with your friends. So their talent, I feel, is like God given that prasad that they're sharing with all of us from their heart. And coming from such a distance, which is not a small thing, So all of us, we really, really appreciate each and every one of you for coming to us and making this day super special for all of us. So thank you. And a small, this flower doesn't say anything because you yourself are living flowers. This is just representation. Thank you. You're more than these flowers. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't think you need to introduce me. Spare yourself. I'll spare him, right? Brother Robert, I've known for more than 30 years, 30 plus years from England. And so we go a long ways back in service. So he didn't have to remember everything. I don't think I need an introduction, right? I'm just like you. Just like you. Simple, ordinary, doing my little bit as you would do at home, right? We're all the same. We're on the same platform doing our spiritual work, right? So just for the namesake, the name of this body, we say this body is Sister Hema. And I just happen to live here. That's all. Right? Just happen to live here. And been with this organization maybe 42, 43 years. I'm not sure. Came across this organization when I was in England. So my family, everybody lives in England. And there was never ever thought to practice this path. I'll say it like that. But like when you have a plan for yourself and the divine has a different plan. And a God lights work. It's a little bit like that. So anyways, so seeing all of you, your beautiful, radiant faces, I feel so happy. Why I feel so happy? Why I feel so happy seeing all of your radiant faces? The name of this place is Anubhuti. Something? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Does it? Doesn't have to be professional. So perfect. No creases, right? Makes it homely feeling, doesn't it? Homely. So just seeing all your wonderful faces, heard name of this place, Anubhuti Meditation and Retreat Center, right? Anubhuti means a place of experience. Anubhav means to experience. So this place was especially created. Actually, next year we'll be celebrating our 20 years. So if you're not on our mailing list, I would make sure you put yourself at the back or upstairs on our mailing list, because we're going to do a big celebration, 20 years for Anubhuti. And in kind of a big program. Why I say I'm happy seeing you, because by you coming here, you give this place the value that it deserves. With the love that this place was created, Sister Chandru, who is our main instrument, who left the body, but with a lot of love, she has created this place for all of you. And her pure desire, pure bhavna was that people come here from distance to experience. So all credit goes to the divine and the instrument for sure, right? So that's why I say I'm happy to see all of you. Feels like, how before COVID you all used to come and the place was packed, every program was packed, So who has been to the Brahma Kumaris before COVID? Raise your hand. Our old friends. I think most of you, I do recognize that they've been here before. Mostly I recognize if you've been here to the programs. And for those who are the new ones, the small babies, special hearty welcome. So this Diwali festival is a very interesting and an amazing festival. How many of you actually celebrate Diwali or have celebrated Diwali? Raise your hand so I know. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do in Diwali? Why is it different and special? What do you do? What is Diwali about? Is it about food? Right? See, they're laughing. Is it about wearing nice clothes? Right? Is it about worshipping Lakshmi? Or is it going to different people's homes to get wonderful food? See, they're all laughing because they can connect to what I'm saying. You know, there's a lot of cultural stories about this festival of Diwali, where King Rama was sent to exile. Long story short, because somebody put some words in the father's head and he had to send his son away for 14 years. You know, it's a long, long story. And he was a nice king. And when he came back, everybody in the kingdom was very, very happy to receive him after 14 years. And in that joy and happiness of lights and lamps ignited everywhere. So cultural story goes like that. But everything in the Brahma Kumaris, we look at everything in a very spiritual and a very practical way. I mean, I remember as a child, actually, I was born in Africa. And when I was 6 years old, I went to India. And from age of 6 to 11, India, and age of 11, England. So my period of age of 6 to 11 in India, I very much remember going to my grandma's house, especially for Diwali. And she would make this gogra, this special, which you only make at Diwali time in India, right? Or this mathias, some special food. And I know that she would, I was very small, but I remember that she would buy me a new dress. And I'd have a treat with that new dress. And she would take me to her friends and everybody's house and get nice food. So that's my memory of Diwali and these wonderful lamps as a maybe 7-year-old, something like that. But when I came to the Brahma Kumaris, I started looking at this festival in a very different way. Is life only about food? Is life only about food? Is life only about wearing nice clothes? Right? Life has a lot more to it than that, doesn't it? You know, food is something that we sustain the body. And there is two parts of us. One is the physical, the costume, and the other is spiritual, the light, the soul. We call it light, right? Light. Who am I? I'm light. I'm divine light. Actually, I'm a soul having experience through this body. I'm a divine light. I always exist. And this divine light will always exist. So, nowadays, we're very particular with our food. You know, life revolves around food, isn't it? When you meet somebody, say, oh, let's go out for a dinner. Let's talk it over. Come on over for a lunch or a dinner. We say that all the time, isn't it? It's all about food, isn't it? But I think food is something that we pay a lot of attention to. What suits the body and what doesn't suit the body, right? Especially when we get older, like me, right? But that's on a physical level. But am I conscious of the food I take for my inner being? The food for my soul is my thoughts. Thoughts. My thoughts can make me happy. My thoughts can make me sad. My thoughts that I churn or chew on, think about. We do that, don't we? Something somebody did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I see them and where's my mind? Here it goes racing off. Isn't it? I just happen to say in my talk, I'll just say John or Paul or something. And by that name, if you had a bad experience, all of that track record opens, isn't it? You know, all of those feelings and emotions come up. Or if I say, oh, your son that you love so much, big smile on the face. Isn't it? our thoughts are actually the food for the soul. So, in Diwali, let me check my thoughts. What are my thoughts like? Thoughts can create a life, and thoughts can ruin a life. My classical example I give about thoughts is, for those of us who are from other countries who came to this country, first there was a thought, you want to go to America. It was a thought, it was a seed, wasn't it? And you acted upon that thought. And you made it your reality. Your family, other members never thought about coming. 20 years down the line, they want to come. A little hard. So, what I can do on this special day of Diwali, not just physical food, real joy, real happiness, real bliss actually comes from my thought. Isn't it? If somebody says even a nice something to, oh, you look pretty, you look nice, you feel good, don't you? You look good. Yeah. Even if they don't feel good and you say, oh, you look good. There's one lady who comes from Tai Chi class and she's a little elderly. And whenever I see her, I said, oh, you look so good. And she feels so happy. Gives her strength. Gives her that power to continue. So on this day of special Diwali, let me look at my thoughts. Thoughts creates feelings. Yes, on Diwali day, they especially invoke Lakshmi for worship, puja. I remember my mother would have these coins in the house and she would wash them and worship them, and I would just look on what's going on. And in India, what do? They worship the coins, Lakshmi puja, and literally, I'm not kidding you, they keep the doors open and in at night that Lakshmi will come and fill up. They'll buy new vessels, new pots, new everything, that she will come and fill up. I think nowadays it's a little bit dangerous to do that. And it happens in England and many places that thieves come and take stuff away. So, when is it? This is also a vessel, isn't it? For receiving, not just physical vessel. And when I'm open to understanding, seeing, want to receive wisdom and knowledge, there is nothing more compared. Physical money is nothing in comparison to the virtues, values, and wisdom. What Sister Nirmala talked about. My virtues, my values, that goes a long ways. Somebody might not have a lot of money or nice looking, but the heart is good. They're virtues. And that's a lifelong thing, isn't it? So instead of seeing that as a physical wealth, let me think about that spiritual wealth, my real income. Even when somebody leaves that, the expression we use in the Brahma Kumaris, even when somebody leaves the body in the Brahma Kumaris, you remember the person for their virtues of value, how they were. You'd say, oh, you know what? He was really good man, very helpful to everybody. But the wife was so-so. Wife was not quite good. What are the memories have we left behind? So, on this day of Diwali, not just physical Lakshmi puja, but let me pay attention on myself, on imbibing those virtues, values. Then they have a physical, beautiful dress that they wear for that particular day. Do I have a beautiful consciousness every morning when I wake up? That beautiful dress for the soul. It just takes a small thought when you get up in the morning to have this beautiful consciousness about yourself. I'm this beautiful light. I'm this being of love. That's all you need to do. I am this beautiful light of love. Wear that dress in the morning. Just that, it only takes a thought. Whatever your situation or circumstance may be, I can wear different awareness, different consciousness, different costume every day. I really don't have to restrict this Diwali as being one day of physical celebration and that's it. That's what happens. That's why in India, every day, almost every day, a festival. Festivity all the time, isn't it? Every day is a festival. If you look at the calendar, isn't it? Every day is a festival. I think most of the festival is there to keep us going. As meditators, we realize that the basis of my life is not the external. Think it over. The basis of my life is not what somebody giving me a compliment or that expression that says that you're the best thing that's happened to me after a slice of bread. It's an expression. You're the best thing that happened to me. They're laughing. I'm not looking for that compliment. I can take care of myself. Right? So real Diwali is about connecting with the divine, the source. What happens in Diwali? They have a one main lamp. They have a one main lamp. And using that main lamp, they ignite all other lamps in the house. Symbolizing the divine is a main lamp. And that divine actually comes and gives us this wisdom so that we awaken. I tell you, each and every human heart has a memory of that divine, our love for that divine. For the divine, I can say God or Khuda or Allah or Prabhu or Ishwar, really doesn't matter. Or you can say higher consciousness. It really doesn't matter. Where you feel connected, where you feel that strength and source. So what do meditation, what the Brahma Kumaris teach here is to recognize your own divinity, to recognize yourself as this immortal light. I am light. I am eternal. I am immortal. I am imperishable light. And that imperishable light, I connect with the divine in my thoughts. With thoughts, we connect with people, don't we? I give my example. I say when you love somebody, you're always a million miles away talking to that person. Your thought is always there because you love somebody. Right? Your thoughts. And when you don't love somebody that you're sitting with or staying with, to give a glass of water is a big chore. Give a glass of water is a chore because you don't love them. When you love them, you love your child. Middle of the night says, Mom, I'm hungry. I want food. You get up from the bed and you make the food. Love. Right? At an odd time, your husband or your wife brings a member in the house at 10 o'clock and said, oh, darling, can you make food? And you say, is this a time to bring guests? There's no time to bring guests. You should have told me. I would have planned. Right? This is what we do when I'm not aware of my inner light. So Diwali, the lamp flickers. People don't like the lamp that flickers. It has to be stable. So when the being, is always aware of my innate qualities. My innate qualities as a human soul, love, peace, purity, joy, bliss. These are my innate qualities. Everybody wants love, isn't it? We seek love all the time. All the time we seek love. Why? Because it's part of me. You wouldn't look for that theater ticket in your purse if you know you never had it. Right? Or that $100 note. but you're looking for it because you know you've had it and you've lost it. Love is like that. Peace is like that because we've had it and we've misplaced it. Joy is also like that. There's a little innocent baby. You know how babies, too. Everybody's looking at that baby. Purity, innocence, the light in the child. Light in the child attracts us, isn't it? Because we are light. So Diwali is honoring my own inner light, honoring my own innate qualities and virtues. So every day, as meditators, we become aware of our own qualities. And the more that I'm able to do that, then my life will be aligned. And my life is aligned, I actually become the real light. The light that spreads light that helps everyone. And in my company, other people feel safe and secure. Safe and, sometimes some people's company, 5 minutes is all you give and you want to exit. You can't take any more. And some people's company, you want to be around them. You like their vibrations. You like their light. There's something about them. Their presence, their aura, their vibrations. Something that you love about them. Right? So what can we do? I tell you, the world at the moment is in a time of need. In a need. And I have to be that lamp that spreads that light. But I need to be that incense stick, that agarbatti, that changes the atmosphere. You walk into the office in the morning or your workplace,